We made it to Thousand Islands! And now we are renting everything out, but unfortunately, to welcome us in Thousand Island, there is unfortunately a big storm coming towards us! Yay!
Thousand Islands are an archipelago of islands located along the peaceful border between northern New York State, USA, and southern Ontario, Canada. It is composed of more than 1,000 islands. Most of them are privately owned and some of them belong to Park Canada. It is on Park Canada Islands that you're allowed to camp and stroll around. We are starting this journey in Guananoque, where we are renting the kayak with Thousand Islands Kayaking Company. It takes around 2 hours and a half to reach Thousand Islands from Montreal. It is advised to book in advance if you're planning an overnight kayaking trip to the Thousand Islands. We rent one single kayak and a double kayak. It costs $210 per person for 2 overnight self-guided rentals. It includes waterproof bags and wet coats. Be aware that you have to bring food and water for the entire duration of your trip, as you will not find any refill station on the islands. Kayaks are quite spacious. The seats are adaptable to your height and legs.
We'll have enough space to put all the waterproof bags that you will need inside the kayaks. There's a bunch of space. We were a bit scared at first about that, but in the end, perfect.
We could even fit more than what we had. Rental fees come with the seasonal dinghy permit allowing you to beach on the islands. We did a quick refresh session on how to kayak just to be sure that we remember it all. Indeed, afterwards we'll only be by ourselves.
You ready to roll, girls? Yeah, going. We are in the water, living under the rain. It's raining.
The weather forecast is so bad. The storm lasted longer than expected, but we have to start at some point. Therefore, we paddled for around 2 hours in the pouring rain without any purpose. It is tough, but it's the only way we could find to stay warm. Thank God the sun is coming out! We arrived safely at MacDonald Island, our first camping spot. You have to let your kayak in specific docking site mentioned on the Park Canada map. To sleep on Park Canada Islands, you can reserve through their website or you can call them directly. Phone number available in the description below. For 2 nights, it costs us $17 per person, which includes the park fees.
This is our beautiful camp for tonight. It's where we'll be planting the tent. This is like on all the islands from Park National Canada. You will have the toilets. It's really clean. You can come. They have hand sanitizer, toilet paper. Of course, it's dry toilet, so it's a bit smelly, but still, it's better than nothing.
Regarding the shower, you will have to forget it for a few days. You can still clean a bit yourself in the lake, like me, if you wish.
It's our dinner time with the sunset.
We are so happy as we could warm up a bit after this complicated start.
And now, let's build our camping site.
To sleep on the islands, you have several options. You can either camp, sleep in chalet, or in your boat. We prefer to camp as it's cheaper and we have our own equipment. After making a small tour of the island of MacDonald, I would advise you to get to campsite number 3, 4, and 5. They are nicer as they face the sun during the sunset. And now, time to rest!
Good morning, world! Yeah, good morning. It's 9 a.m. more or less. Slept well, a bit cold, but it was okay.
I did my morning routine before joining the girls on the pontoon. For breakfast, I have chocolate cereal bars and pears. It is easy to carry around and nourishing. Waking up in the serene bay is such a wonderful way to start our day. As we are camping on another island tonight, we have to pack everything. Nevertheless, I will advise you to select one campsite for the whole duration of your trip, especially if you're planning to kayak in the same area.
And we are done! Ready to roll. The final touches and we are ready to go! Cream! Because otherwise I turn red and it's horrible. So yeah, Don't forget to put your cream on.
Also, don't forget your insect repellent, otherwise you'll be attacked. Launching the kayaks is maybe one of the hardest things, as you can notice. Today we will be discovering Thousand Island landmarks. At first we paddle through Turtleneck. On Wuduta Island shore you may witness a shipwreck. This vessel, dating back from the 19th century, called the Brighton, used to be a coal carrier. Afterward it was turned into a speakeasy during the Prohibition period. At one point the ship deteriorated enough to become dangerous and therefore received a Viking funeral. It's fascinating to get so close to it without the need for scuba gear. Nonetheless,
it was really tricky to find, I think we passed by 3 times before we managed to find it.
we continue to Half Moon Bay. The bay names come from its crescent shape. In the summer, the bay is transformed into a place of worship for all. Basically, it turns into an open-air church known as the tallest cathedral ceiling. Next to it, you have a marsh where you can observe many bird species and turtles.
Selfie with the turtle. That one is a real star. She's not moving. She's steady. My goodness, we made it to Mermaid Island. Here we are, finally. So we were kayaking in the waves, with the current, with the wind, upwind. It was, oh my god, horrible. And at one point we had to turn inside the waves. So, we were afraid that the kayak will go over, flip over. Oh my god. But we managed. We are on shore. We put the kayaks here just for the time that we are exploring Mermaid Island. But oh my god. It was insane. Wow. Whew.
My legs could not stop shaking when we touched land. We rest a bit before starting our exploration.
Something that is really cool is one that you dock on the island. You can actually roam a bit around, discover it, go to certain places. So that's why you have to make sure that you have good walking shoe. I took personally my Birkenstock, but then you can do either flip-flops or even sneaker, whatever you're the most comfortable with. That's a spider web. Aww.
On your trip, you'll be connecting with nature and many insects. So far, Mermaid Island is my favorite due to its beauty.
Bye bye Mermaid Island! Next stop, Aubrey.
Aubrey Island is just in front of Mermaid Island. We crossed the river stream in less than 5 minutes.
We made it on Aubrey Island. We decided to dock the kayak kind of here where there is the beautiful chair.
It is almost 2 p.m. and we are quite hungry, so we unpack our lunch. My friends' plates look so fancy compared to mine. They're like master chefs.
Really good. Tuna with tomato sauce and rice. That was starving.
We digest with a small walk. In my opinion, Aubrey is not that worth it at all. I would advise you to avoid to camp here. Our last stop for the day is Beau Rivage. We dock and empty the kayaks for the night. As its name indicates, Beau Rivage, or beautiful shoreline in English, is marvelous.
This is our new campsite here on the island of Beau Rivage. We are on campsite number 1. We are kind of happy because it looks really nice. There is the sun, thank God. There is the grass, it looks comfy, it looks warm. So now we just need to install everything and have one of the best nights of these 2 days camping.
Campsite number 1 is located in the middle of the island, next to the toilets and protected by the wind. When you go around the island, you can find amazing spots to swim, chill, or have a meal. Be aware of snakes though. Normally, they are more afraid of us than we are of them. I've been told that they are not poisonous, that's why I still jump in the water for a small swim and to freshen up.
We are going out tonight! Woohoo! So basically, for the little story, like we were at the other edge of the island and we were like swimming around, and then just there, like we met some people. We meet guys and they're like, hey, do you want to grab a beer? And we're like, oh yes, sure. Then we joined them and then we spent the whole evening with them basically. They even offered us the barbecue. It was delicious.
The boys were having a bachelor party. They were so much fun, especially when they tried to put the wooden picnic table on top of their boat. The table fell down in the water, thank God it was floating and I could catch it and finish what they started. But geez, we were laughing so hard. Around 1 a.m. we head back to our camp. Good morning. It's 9:30 a.m. and we're gonna have breakfast. It's our last day here camping in the Thousand Islands. Yeah. Sorry, I just woke up. I'm like, wow, dead.
We are going to make our own water. New challenge of the day. Survivors, here we are.
As mentioned previously, water is not available on the islands. As we emptied our water reserve, we had no more option but to make water. First, you should find a spot with clear water and fill up a container. You may filter the water with a piece of tissue, a t-shirt, or whatever you have.
Now the magical essential. This is like those kind of little medicine that you put in the water to kind of make it clear. It's kind of, I don't know, like a detergent. It's made for camping, no worries. You can drink it without any issue. So you have to put 1 every liter. So in that thing there's 2 liters. You're gonna put 2. Magical. And here it is. You can see them. They're at the bottom of the bag. I don't know if you can see, but it's at the bottom. And now we're gonna close that. Et voila! And now we just have to wait 2 hours and everything will be great again. Ta-da! The power of water!
Time to say goodbye to this little paradise. I highly recommend you to sleep on Beau Rivage. It is our favorite. We load the kayaks for the last time. We feel way more confident about our kayaks than at the beginning, and we start to have some habits. I usually launch the girl first, afterwards I launch myself, which is another story. I have to pull the kayaks to the water. It is quite heavy, especially with all our equipment inside. I keep a small waterproof bag in between my legs to access my camera, phone and towel easily. Once sitting in the kayak, you must put the skirt properly to avoid water entering the boat. It is only from then on that you can start paddling. On this last day, we mostly relax and enjoy the sun. We paddle around our favorite spot. Indeed, this area of the Thousand Islands is quite small. You can cover everything in a day. It takes around 3 hours from Guananoque to the edge where Aubrey Island is located.
This is our last meal of this trip. It's how we're gonna kind of end. By a beautiful lunch with the sun. We are back at MacDonald Island on a pontoon in order to enjoy. And yeah, and we have a lot of leftovers thanks to the fact that we've been eating out yesterday night.
Around 3 p.m. we return the kayaks. We want to get back to Montreal not too late because we still have 2-hour drive ahead of us. We load the car that we had left in the car park.
By the way, the parking just behind me is free.
And just like that, we finalize our checkout. To summarize our itinerary, I created a Google Earth animation. We started the first day in Guanacaste, where we rented the equipment. We paddled to MacDonald Island to camp for the first night. The next day we went through Thousand Islands landmarks. We started with the Brighton shipwreck on Muluta Island shore. Then we went through Turtle Neck, Half Moon Bay, the Marsh, and so on. We paddled all the coast of Boatswick Island to reach Mermaid and Aubrey Island. We had a picnic on Park Canada's iconic red chair on Aubrey Island. We ended up the day in Beau Rivage to camp. For the last day, we chilled in our favorite place nearby Muluta Island. Then we went back to Guanacaste to return the equipment. And that's a wrap!
After 3 days of paddling inside Thousand Island, it was amazing. Even though we had all kind of weather conditions, we still had a lovely time. I highly recommend you to come. Anyway, explore surroundings. Bisous bisous!